So today I will be reviewing Love and Hip Hop Season 6, Episode 3. And we all know Love and Hip Hop is famous for its ratchetness. But today was a little bit different, so let's talk about it. Everybody knows you watch Love and Hip Hop for the ratchetness. I mean, this ain't Oprah. This ain't Dr. Phil. This is Love and Hip Hop. And it's my guilty pleasure, and I ain't the only one. Everybody watch it for the ratchetness. You know you love to see Carly Red jumping across the table, choking somebody out. That's what we watch it for. Like, I don't know nobody to watch it for anything else, just the ratchetness. So you can look at the screen and be like, I'm glad that ain't me. So I was highly, highly disappointed in myself. I'm damn near embarrassed. When I started catching feelings, now I ain't gonna say I cried. It might be a little, one tear or two, just one, rolled down my face when the scene came with Tammy and Rashida. Tammy was comforting Rashida because she was very upset about Kurt not only cheating, but having a baby with the stripper, okay? And Tammy was very comforting for her because she understood exactly what she was going through, because she is going through the same thing with Waka Flocka minus the baby. Now, I was all set to talk shit about Kirk and Rashida in this made up storyline, okay? Because I was just like, nah, this is just some ridiculous shit. So I don't know what came over me when Tammy went over to make sure that Rashida was okay. And Rashida was saying, I'm hurt. This is the word that it is. She said, I am broken. Child, now okay, I'm strong. I'm a strong person. And I damn sure never ever cry on Love and Hip Hop. So I have no excuse for my weakness. And I don't like being weak. But those emotions seem real. So Rashida fell into her arms and started crying. I can't even talk about child. And Tammy hugged her and started crying too. And here my ass is on the couch. Like I'm in the damn room. I had Kleenex. I was like, oh, y'all be all right. It'll be okay. I don't know what was so touching about this to me, but my ass was crying like I knew them, okay? Because usually I'd be like, I don't even know them people. But this time I was really, really touched. And it just seemed so raw. I mean, what gets into these men? Who cheats on Tammy Rivera? Waka Flocka got a problem. Like, she's the prettiest thing there. What? Then he gonna show his sorry ass up to her house and be like, I miss my family. I want to come home. Well, I'm glad she was like, well, you should have thought about that. And don't be bringing your shit up. He showed up at her door with a suitcase talking about he want to move back in. Child, please. And that he missed their daughter. I believe her name is Charlie. Listen, I don't understand these men. Like, there's not one piece of me that feels bad for Waka. Not one slivering piece. And he doesn't think about the things he does before he does it. Like, his mother got really attached to Tammy. She was there when his brother, life came to a tragic end. What is he doing? Bringing more pain to this family. Child, I don't feel bad for him, not one bit. And it's always easy for somebody on the other end to be like, just leave him. Because that's what I feel like saying. But it is kind of different when you're a family. And so I don't know what Tammy's going to do, but I feel bad for her. And even worse is poor little Rashida. Rashida, equally as pretty. I understand a little bit all the thoughts that go after Waka, but I don't understand Kurt. He don't have them same temptations, especially with that damn Adam's apple. What? Child, please. I mean, he just need to be ashamed of himself. And they got a little baby Carter. I don't know what it is about Kurt. First of all, no shady. He just reminds me of a milk dud a little bit. But the Adam's apple kind of freaked. This too child. He used to try that Caitlyn Jenner thing with the Adam's apple shaving. It just creeps me. I can't. Every time he be trying to say I'm sorry, he be going up and down. Child, no. But I hope that these women do what's best for them. They take their time, they think about it, because it's always easy for somebody on the other end to say, child, just leave them. But when you have kids involved and money involved, it's a whole different story, you know what I mean? So I ain't gonna say I'm leave them, but I would say take your time and don't bring them MFs back for a good long while. If that's what you're gonna do, you gotta make them pay, child. Make them pay one way or the other. Either make them pay by making them realize what they did and don't make it the comeback easy, or pay in court. But one way or the other, you gonna pay. I'm just saying. Now let's get to the real episode. Enough of that sympathy shit. Let's get down to the ratchetness. And the most ratchetest of the ratchet this episode is the whole... So Kurt's mistress name is Jasmine, and she has a new boyfriend, and they both live with their girlfriend. It's a three-way situation. I don't know how to explain it. I guess in them perverted Utah communities, what are they called? Mormons, FDLS, they call it polygamy. But in our community, we have the same setup. We just don't call it polygamy. We call it cheating. And you get your ass beat or possibly killed for it. So I don't understand this whole three-way thing. They want to be the new black sister wives. This is ridiculous ratchet and shit. Like, please. Okay. They want to be the black sister wives. Now, usually in our community, this kind of setup will get you killed. Like, we don't agree to this. Now, I ain't saying we got three-way situations. It's just usually not agreed upon, okay? But you people do anything for the cameras, honey. And we do have another situation like that where it could be a three-way situation, but usually it involves you giving your man your tips at the end of the night. We call that, now he might be, the nickname you might have for him might be your pimp. Maybe that's a situation that's going on, but they wanted to call it a sister wife situation, and whatever. We don't do that in our community, sister wives. So I'm probably go with pimp wives. Let's just call it. They got the pimp wife situation going on. So, but I call it camera time pimp. So camera time pimp is supposed to be equally upset because Jasmine, pregnant situation with Kurt not really copping to what he did or trying to acknowledge that this is his baby. Okay, so pimp wife is all upset, so he goes to meet with Mimi, who wants to get to the bottom of this for Rashida. Now, pimp wife used to date Mimi, who is now dating Melissa. So Melissa closed her bar down to have the ratchetness come in. Everybody got together to have a conversation, I guess, about what's really going down. But, so they tried to convince Mimi that Kurt was the dad. And, because I think I'm in the room too. They tried to convince my ass, but I wasn't buying it. I'm just not, I don't know why I'm not buying it. This something ain't right. And what man do you know would be... I smell camera time here. I smell camera time. Not hammer time, camera time. But okay, fine. So it ended up kind of ratchet where they were kind of disrespectful to Mimi and through some... had an attitude with Mimi, questioning them like she was a part of this. I don't know why they came for Mimi. But, it ended up in true... Love and hip-hop fashion. They cussed her out and left the room. So that's pretty good. Because she has a lot at the next episode to go back to tell Rashida. So this is the setup. So you remember there's always the setup scene and then the explosion. So this episode was all the setup. So she had it nice and set up where she goes back and tells Rashida the details of this new sister wife situation that's going on that don't make no damn sense. I call it pimp wives situation going on, and how all three of them now is some tag team that's highly upset with Kurt. Okay? And I hope I ain't missed nothing. So that's the setup. Now we're gonna watch the explosion next week. So I didn't cry on that segment because it's just Love and Hip Hop. So I'm ready for the explosion. Moving on. Then we have my girl, Queen of Psycho, Jocelyn, came up with a plan with Melissa to take Stevie J's soiled underwear, okay, with some sperm on it, to some doctor to see if she could get DNA from, child, I do not make this up, the underwear, so they could take this DNA test. But of course, the place that she went to told her she was out of her mind, that we don't do that. So that's what happened with Jocelyn. Jocelyn didn't get too much camera time this episode, but she will. She was just, remember, this is the setup episode. And besides that, what else went on? You still had young Jock running around town with that Jermaine Jackson hairdo. I cannot take, okay, Jock's hair. I mean, is it a cry for help? What does Jock got going on up there? But he running around town, him and Scrappy, not doing too much. Scrappy starting to have some problems with Bambi. He was talking about it with Waka and Jock, aka the new Jermaine Jackson, greasy head. Honey, I gotta put my sunglasses on when Jock come on the camera. And it's a damn shame because he a good looking boy. Like, look. Anyway, that's what happened on this episode. It was kind of quiet. This is the setup episode for the explosion next episode. So that's what we have this week. I'm still loving it. You got to forgive me for that whole damn Tammy Rivera and Rashida situation. I won't cry next week. It's just, I don't know what got into me. We all get a moment of weakness. I apologize for all them crying. But anyway, I'll be there next week for when the pop-offs pop off, okay? And, I forgot about my girl Tommy. Tommy apologized to everybody in the group, including Carly Red, for about 5 minutes, and then they realized that wasn't going to work, and they went back to hating each other. And Tommy is making friends with Jessica Dye. Not too much going on. She had camera time, but this was a setup, for the whole hating Carly thing that's gonna pop off next episode. So I'm gonna be there to see it all, because there's the setup and there's the pop off. That seems to be the formula. So this was the setup. I'll be there next week for the pop off, and I hope to see you then. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next time. Bye.